Liquid and Xtreme Gaming. I'm here with Fogged, and Fogged, I gotta know from you, from your perspective, can the carry Wind Ranger still work? Because we know that Liquid loved it, and they loved it when it was great.
Yep.
But people don't play it that much anymore.
No, but they do have other heroes that can also build into this diffusal this game, right? They have the Pango, so I think they are relying on having these multi-faceted kind of cores that are going to be able to go for that. And diffusal over this game, well, wait a second here as they're just running in. They get the grab, they will not. Diffusal overall this game, and it looks really good versus all three cores. When I saw them pick Tiny and Mars, I was like, these are very mana dependent. Like the strength heroes in general, that's usually when you see the diffusals kind of tick up even more. So those diffusals are going to be really nice when Liquid does get them, which I assume it's going to be very fast, at least on the Pango, depending on how his lane goes. And then we'll see what Mickey goes. I mean, of course he'll get it eventually, but maybe he gets a farming item.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think he's still probably Maelstroms first, and maybe gets Maelstrom BKB, then into some diffusal. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll have to see how all these lanes end up going. Mid is going to be the one for me to watch, because I've just been seeing these Pucks do good versus these Tinies. If you throw your tree at Puck, he phase shift dodges, he gets insane amount of healing. And yeah, I mean, we saw this matchup a lot at TI that Nisha was able to do very well in it. In both matchups, right? Nisha actually did very well as both the Tiny and the Puck. We'll see how XM's able to pop off.
Yeah, and in terms of Mickey's approach, of course, he does stick with the whirlwind. So obviously with what he had, as the panel said, there's been some experimentation with going with the focus fire to carry. But you think if you are going to try the Wind Ranger, the whirlwind talent is just too good to pass up most of the time?
I would imagine so, because it just allows you to farm.
Yeah.
Right? You just go to jungle, you farm some stacks, and overall in the game, it just feels much nicer to be able to have this in a team fight that you're hitting multiple targets rather than just literally on one, so. Ame taking a bit of a beating.
Yeah, he's going to lose quite a bit of mana off this.
He could be dead. He's got some stick charges. They've got Mangoes just delivered.
Yeah, just in time.
Oh, that was so clutch. Such a clutch delivery.
And might allow them to get boxed in return. It will.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mango's coming in clutch. They're able to turn, get first blood for themselves.
That was, yeah. I don't think you could ask for more perfect timing. And you know why? Because he's got Marcy. It's a flying courier. It's a faster courier. It gets there to deliver those Mangoes a bit quicker. That's like absolutely crazy that it works like that. But okay, cool. Yeah, it looked like they had him, but that delivery does pull it over. Mid, XM is doing fantastic these first few waves, so good for him. And top, XXS. We've seen these Mars usually do very good in the lane. Insania. Oh, missed the rebuke.
Yeah, the rebuke's slightly missing him there. So we'll be able to walk away fine. They might have had the kill, actually, if that would have hit right, because he had the spear as well, XXS, but...
Been close, for sure.
Yeah, not able to make that chance happen against Insania.
First few levels, they absolutely can go for kill threat up here on the side of XG. It's just as these levels come out for this lane on Liquid, it becomes kind of scary. Clockwork, as soon as he hits level 3, is one of the most oppressive safe lane heroes. Even for something like Willow. Yeah, you have Shadow Realm to play around Battery Assault, but not versus the Cogs if he catches you. And XM, he is playing this very nicely so far here. And he is going to be that answer, that big burst, that initiator that comes from the mid lane as well, which will be very cool. We're seeing more Tinies, though. I know we were mentioning about like Wallachia and all that, but I think we're just seeing more Tinies, even just not versus Puck. I think people are trying to find more of these mid laners because it's pretty much just... I think it's been, what, like 5-6 heroes exclusively in the mid lane. Mostly those spirits, of course.
Yeah, the spirits just feel so good right now.
Yeah, they take
Spirit in particular. So, yeah, I don't know. XM's got to kind of sell this Tiny to us, I feel.
Yeah, he's doing really good, though. Okay.
Yeah, the lane's
getting aggro on him and get the body blocks from XXS. They're beautiful.
They've got anything more for him. They've got the Shadow Realm hit.
He's got a 10 wand.
And we'll give it. He can have a spear for this. If he gets the angle, it should be a kill, but he can't quite get the angle to be able to push Mickey into the trees. So Mickey will survive.
Missed the power shot on PYW too.
They do have Cogs back up.
It's only level 2 though on Insania right now. PYW playing around it.
This time they can get the angle for the spear. This surely is a kill. They get the spear across the brambles.
They got him.
They'll be able to take him down this time round. Insania's a fall.
It's a big kill. These two tend to play super aggressive, and they will be able to find that clock. Before he hits the level 3, I think he didn't actually end up getting it there yet, so take good advantage of those levels. Boxy.
He's going to see if he can chase down Boxy here with the help of Ame. Ame's not going to want to be away from the wave too long, though.
Tianming. Uh-oh.
He's going to try and fight up against Boxy. He's losing this fight. He'll be able to deny to the neutrals. And now Boxy could be in trouble as XM.
Stick Fairy.
toss is not enough. But yeah, indeed, the neutral creep ends up killing him as well. So a double kill there for that neutral creep camp.
Good on you, Mr. Sensor Conqueror. Yeah, you see that I've seen Boxy do this more often than others, where he puts the point in the gunslinger in the laning phase, which is really interesting because it allows you to trade effectively with almost any other support hero perfectly. And
look at that double kill again.
Yeah, look at it go.
XM, even with the setup, to make sure that the Centaur continues his streak.
Where is Boxy's Ofrenda? It is right next to the cliff, so he'll be coming right back to it. He'll be right back inside that lane, so Ame does have to be prepared for it since Tianming is going to... Is he going to be able to make it in the same time? Yeah, I think he will. So, but Ame, don't get caught off guard by that Ofrenda respawn. He should be fine.
There's 2 mangoes and Clarity up. And the mid lane. Just the, that he did this with the lead with the denies here for XM, but Nisha's still getting just as much gold.
He almost has the same. Yeah, it's almost the same, to be honest with you. He's same levels, even though those denies are coming out. It's only, what, 200 gold lead right now for XM. If he got the kill onto Boxy, of course, would have seen that difference. But yeah, Nisha, he's handling his own. He's handling it.
Bottom lane.
On him again. Ame.
This time, Ame. They'll put the 2 mangoes, but he's completely out of mana.
Can he survive?
They
doesn't hit.
Chasing him down. I mean, Ame should be too far away, so he should live, but not in a very good state. Completely out of mana and very low on the HP.
They have 0 mangoes.
Yeah, this is
zero anything for him.
He's got boots coming out, but no sort of further regen.
He's killable at pretty much any moment. I'll be keeping the eye down there just to see, 'cause if you just missteps at all, he's going to just go down.
He can play for I mean, he's going for the 6-minute Lotus.
Okay, Saberlight's already.
That's risky.
It, though. That's way too risky.
He can't go for this.
Nisha got the rune.
I mean, Ame might just die for that. Unless Tianming can save him.
Oh, no, wait. If he gets soloed from Saberlight there, okay, Tianming will bail him out. Saberlight's having a fantastic game. Boxy
I mean,
is
Ame
looking for the angle.
Like, what does he do? He's just under his tower. He has no mana. Tianming is dead. If Ame shows, they'll just dive and kill him as well.
They absolutely will.
So
he needs someone to rotate down to protect him, or he needs to just get out of here.
He might just have to walk back to base. He can wait for Tianming to respawn and bring him some, but...
I mean, they have a big... It's a huge creep wave. Ame doesn't want to leave. But Ame doesn't want to leave a triple range creep.
And he's got PYW coming over to help out. Here comes the backup.
He really doesn't want to miss that on those
They've got to do something from here.
He gets them all.
See Nisha, he's turned up. He's got the Dream Call onto the 2 of them.
They're pumping him up.
That's not enough to save him. Ame goes down. They can probably turn for Tianming as well, because El Saberlito, he's hit the level 6, in with the Rolling Thunder. They end up getting the both of them. I mean, that was just such a long time there where Xtreme were in such a rough spot with Ame as low as he was down there. They just couldn't do anything to bail themselves out of that position.
It's the true definition of greed on. He sees 3 range creeps and he's like, guys, I don't want to leave. Bring me mangoes. I'm sticking down here. This is the fastest diffusal I've ever seen. It's 7 minutes in. Saberlito has it. Done. That is pretty insane. And I was mentioning before how good of a diffusal game it is, of course, versus Medusa. But honestly, versus everybody. Willow is the one who suffers the least versus that diffusal in terms of early game, but goodness. That is a crazy timing that he's been able to find. And a perfect rotation from Nisha. And he snagged that regen rune under 2 heroes as well, too. So he's back up to full health to stick down here.
Let's see if they can keep this pressure up onto Ame.
And Mika now at this point can be left pretty alone. So they can look to make these moves to pressure Medusa, to pressure Ame.
Yeah, have 4 heroes around here. Xtreme.
Arcane Rune. XM will get it. Can he go for a turn play? He doesn't have any combo. Won't be able to. They'll get a courier snipe at the least.
Bottom lane, El Saberlito, he's going to have Rolling Thunder back in a few seconds as well.
I feel like Saberlight's going to go ham this game with this type of start. Unless they start having some type of ways to control him. It does feel like a game where the Pango can absolutely thrive, and this was a first 2 Pango pick.
Yeah, they're ready to go again.
They're coming down. They've got the Diffu, so if they just get on top of Ame, he's very likely just dead.
It might have to just completely abandon this tier 1.
Yeah.
Especially whilst you know that Liquid's down here with this sort of presence.
XXS does have TP available, and he does have Arena, so it would have to be him to come down to protect him, but they're looking to back away, at least for now. Ame does find himself a nice neutral as well. Does find the Lance of Pursuit, so big chunk of extra mana.
So how early would you imagine the diffusal is going to come in Mickey's build? Do you think it would just be the Maelstrom into the diffusal?
I think a BKB might just be necessary in the middle of it, but we'll see. Just because although he has an initiator that comes from Clock and Pango, that's the build that we saw more popularized at TI as well, where it just feels safer than going for just straight Gleipnir or straight just damage items.
I mean, it's also a chance because he doesn't have the Focus Fire, has the Whirlwind. That on the win range, you just don't go for the diffusal at all.
Maybe. There's definitely a possibility of it. We'll see. We'll see as it ends up building out, though. But I do like BKB this game in particular because he's versus Mars, he's versus Tiny, he's versus Willow. There is a lot of control that can't come out if he doesn't have it. Tianming,
I found him.
You're not getting out of this one.
Yeah, this area is just not somewhere that Xtreme can send anyone down right now. They've just got to let this tower fall.
I'm sure someone, or I'm sure Ame or whoever pings and they go, oh my goodness, he had a 7-minute diffusal, guys. Gotta be very careful how we play around that. Snowball out of control. They've got good ward control bottom as well, too, to watch wherever the Medusa's jungling. XM will not get the rune this time, and it's a big one. It's an amp damage for Nisha. And Mickey overall is just literally able to play the freest lane ever now. After they didn't get the kill on him at the start, he's just jungling, power shotting the medium camp plus small camp, and actually playing the lane, while Ame cannot play the lane at all. He has to strictly jungle. He's falling behind. How's XM's timings too? He has gone for the phase soul ring, so we'll delay the blink a little bit here since he did end up going for soul, but still pretty good farm on him. But not something like when he's got a big advantage versus the top.
No, it's
ideally wanted.
The chance of kind of snowballing is it's looking pretty slim.
I mean, the hero overall still can in theory do its job of just full controlling, but it's going to be up to a lot of execution. It's definitely scary jumping in as a Tiny at this point when they have this much farm. You will just put yourself on a silver platter versus this farm Pango. 2K lead after these first 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good start from Liquid.
Definitely. I mean, Saberlight and Boxy in particular have just been, at least the games we covered, right? They've been menaces. I think they've dominated their lane in most of the situations.
Just, real test for Xtreme, whether, in this current day and meta and patch, that going for this early Medusa pick can still work out. Yeah, it's not the same as past patches, right?
No.
When you do this in the draft.
No, I mean, they had to cover with like an AM ban and stuff there. I can't remember which bans it was in, like the middle tier bans, because they first two. Definitely feels a little bit harder. And also, I mean, I didn't mention it from before, but we were talking about it a little bit before. Even though they like Marcy with Dusa, you don't benefit from lifesteal, literally at all. Yeah, you get damage, but it's kind of an interesting concept that they go for with. Because a lot of the other teams that I've seen at least go for like the Medusa Pugna, right? Rather than enabling damage, you enable survivability.
You get a lot of survivability, yeah. It's a fantastic combo.
So we'll see if that ends up paying off as well too as it gets later. But yeah, Saberlight, he's queuing up the Ags. Don't blame him, having such a good game.
Yeah,
just go for the full-out mana burn build.
It will actually be probably one of the fastest diffusal Ags you'll see on an offlane Pango.
And they're looking up to set up for the fight. I think that there's still no Blink Dagger on XM. He's showing himself in the mid. They've got easier initiation and fight on the side of Liquid. Their team fight's much easier to execute in the early game. The team fight for the side of Xtreme, it's completely reliant on the Willow and the Mars in the early game.
See where Liquid want to go. Do they want to try and go into the triangle? They just look towards mid. They're looking to XM.
Can he get the pushback?
That's hard to get the grab.
Not quite. Power Rune, though, secured again here for Nisha, and he's going to have his Witchblade very soon. Even stealing the farm of XG a little bit. Ame's been able to slow things down and get that jungle going in the Ancients area, but you still see him behind Mickey, who's got that Maelstrom now finished. I'm waiting to, we'll be checking to see which things he does queue up his coil.
That should be a pretty easy one here. He'll get the Shadow Realm and the Fear off.
Dodged. But Nisha's getting hit hard.
Yeah, Nisha's getting pretty low. The Spear's going to be off the mark. And Nisha's able to get the kill. I mean, there's 3 heroes chasing him down. They got the toss
He's
forward.
got Orb.
It's there again. This is going to be quite a bit of time they spend chasing Nisha.
He's got another Waning Rift and Orbs. Meanwhile,
in the mid, Ame.
Nisha is playing with them.
What's he doing there?
Nisha's TPing out.
He's out.
XM, nice TP.
Ooh, okay. They needed to get at least that because in the mid lane, Ame, he was farming in the mid.
What was he doing up there?
What was he there for?
I'm not sure. He was super far up.
And that was pretty wild.
That really was.
You know, that could have been pretty great for Xtreme, right? They get the kill on Nisha, but losing Ame on the carry in the mid lane across the river.
And taking that long to kill him also ends up being pretty painful. They will catch Saberlight. They should have this.
That's a good setup here from XXS.
Grab.
This time it's Xtreme punishing Liquid for crossing the river here in the middle.
XXS feels, I feel like he has to be very close this game. So far, pretty good. We didn't see that spear on the illusion. Don't worry about it, bottom. Blink's online, so double blinks. They can start kicking the pace up now, looking for these kills on these more fragile heroes. Insania might just be the one to take
Oh, he's going to get completely surrounded. If they see him.
Oh, they saw him. He's sneaking.
He's getting away.
No.
XM's got the setup. That's the toss back. There's nowhere to hook shot off to, so Insania's to get found.
That reveals the blinks, so he will at least get the scout of the blink from XM, and I believe they saw... Actually, I didn't see if they saw XXS's blink too. Down to that 1K. Xtreme striking back quickly. And Ame is still... Hey, now he's almost tied up with the injury. He's only one level behind, but
he's catching up in farm good, yep. Considering how rough that lane was.
And Mickey, he's going Dragonlance. So right now, we're not seeing that diffu just yet. Not a BKB either, which could be difficult for him. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, the next time will be right. The next time it will be a BKB or it will be a diffusal.
I think BKB is going to be probably necessary. I am a little worried for Mickey because of this hero can be a bit fragile at times when you're playing versus double jumps like that. But we shall see.
Oh, they're on the hunt, these two.
Again.
See if they can find farming this bottom side of the map, or maybe up on the top if they want to take the twin gate.
Oh, maybe they're predicting a movement perhaps from Ame, but he is just going to sit at the ancient area.
Yeah, it's just going to be PYW that's around this top part.
XG's they're getting to be able to slow things down a decent amount here for this Medusa to get these ancient farms. It's quite nice for Ame. And they'll bail out of the gank too.
Yeah, not able to get the setup there. PYW catching El Saberlighter with the brambles.
See how they set up for the fight.
Nisha's thinking of the Dream Coil.
Radiant are scanning.
XM is a bit limited on the mana to be able to fight top, but Liquid doesn't want to go under the tower versus this arena.
Dire's middle tower.
There is 2 points in Stone Gaze now as well. So they do have some multiple combos here with that arena, with the Willow and with the Stone Gaze. That's something Liquid does have to watch out for. Although their teamfight execution can be a bit easier, these Blink Daggers have now allowed XG to be able to start the fights perhaps first. Slow it down a bit. And yeah, it's going to make it queued up the BKB as expected. Foxy. Hot ulti. They want to commit more.
It should be fine. XM's not really got enough mana to go for it again.
Nisha. Poking Ame, being annoying. Jianming is walking under ward here. Wants to get the D ward quick, might pay with his life. He's got some backup.
Oh, they're going straight for him. They're going to drop the Dream Coil. Try and get the easy kill off to the side. Boxy gets caught by XM's combo. But yeah, another jump forward, so they'll commit to get the kill on towards Boxy. But they've had to go pretty deep for this. And XM, I don't think he's getting out. He tries for a TP, but he's been completely surrounded. So for that effort of jumping in to finish Boxy off, it costs XM his life.
Ends up not being worth it for him. See that a lot from Tinies.
You
really want to go
for the kill, right? You see a kill, you go for it, but it's not always worth it.
No. And now they're going to be able to push into this tower here. Saberlight, or El Saberlighto, I have to call him, that's his official name now. He is 700 away from the end. So it's gotten delayed a lot though, so it's probably not going to be one of the fastest diffu eggs, but still pretty good timing for him. Boxy, do they know that XXS is up here? It's close.
I'd imagine once the BKB's done for Mickey, that's when we'll start seeing the Win Ranger get a bit more involved in the action.
Yeah, I think that's when we'll see them look to dive towers, perhaps, look to play into that combo that can come out from Xtreme. But there is going to be Stone Gaze, so that's something they still does have to watch out for, even inside BKB.
Dire's top tower.
Game state feels pretty even, but I'd say it feels pretty good for Xtreme.
I think that, yeah, Ame's pretty happy.
Yeah. The fact that he's just been able to kind of sit back, he's got his Manta done, he's got the Grow Bow, of course, he got a bit lucky with that one, but he's been able to slow things down. Mickey also, as soon as I say it, he also gets the Grow Bow, but yeah, they've been able to
I mean,
Ame nicely.
Exactly, like in a close game where you've got both of these carries at the top, and if anything, especially with the Medusa slightly ahead, I feel like the Medusa just seems much more of a kind of a safe bet to be able to carry the game in this patch compared to the Wind Ranger, right? Because I feel like Wind Ranger carry in this patch has still got a kind of a few question marks of how strong of a carry it can be.
I think that's the biggest thing, is just, is it actually any good anymore? And it also versus Medusa. But the other thing is, too, that the one... Eventually, Ame is going to have a BKB in his build, because I've seen so many games where these Medusas don't go BKB versus Pango, and then they don't do anything in the fights.
They
just get rolled controlled, and you're just getting constantly mana burned, and you're just standing there not attacking. So eventually, I would like to see him go for that in his build, but not just yet, I think.
Radiant are scanning.
Smoke coming out. XG, I believe they got, what, 2 item timings? Almost, not 2, but almost BKB Mars and XM. He does have a phylactery. Big burst. Could actually one-shot Nisha, perhaps. Let me close.
And just all these sort of silent moments favoring Ame on the Medusa, it feels.
It's just their strategy usually, right? XG likes to play for those slower games. Liquid does like to play a bit faster. Not to say that they can't scale in this game, but
I mean, and I think that the big thing is, as well, is the fact that Ame is in such a good spot after you could see how much pressure Liquid put on him in the laning phase, and how well they were able to play the early game, play the lane against him.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter. He's zooming ahead now in farm.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Literally, every minute, the gap between him and Mickey, it's only getting bigger.
Saberlight.
So I feel like Liquid, they've got to have some sort of timing or plan to approach this Medusa soon, because the sooner than later.
I feel like it's got to be Mickey's BKB and then go time, right? I think if you just keep waiting,
if you let Ame farm,
feels good for Ame.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because the one thing that Liquid does have on top 2 is just immense team play, right? So that can always be the thing that can turn the tides inside some of these fights. But Willow's getting farmed. That's another one to keep an eye on. PYW. He's going for a straight hex. So he's looking for that answer for the puck, in particular, these mobility cores. We've seen either Orchid or we haven't seen a Hex ever that early, but he literally he's actually not that far from that moment. He's got the Tiara of Salamene already on PYW and 1,800 gold. So that could be pretty cool, and that would be very problematic for Nisha in particular, if he's able to just sit back and finish it. I mean, they're just sitting back and farming on 5 heroes on.
They got to find something with this. Here's the smoke. This is the timing that they've been itemizing towards, but instead he misses the hook shot. Ame just immediately pops the stone gaze and gets away from this. They're not going to be able to catch him.
I think they might just keep going, though. They have BKB, as we mentioned, on Mickey.
You're not getting Ame, though. Ame, he's well out of there.
Under attack.
I think I saw Ame do this the other day, too. I saw someone do this. The Kaya Sanj build on the Medusa.
I mean, the Kaya is just very good on the Medusa, right? Having that aspect.
But, I mean, I see he's got Ags queued up, too, so maybe he's not gonna feel like he needs BKB, but I will say.
I think he'll have enough survivability. I guess what you're just worried about the control.
It's just you don't do anything is the issue.
Yeah,
yes,
you'll
maybe you just literally are chain stunned from this Pango in a lot of situations if you don't go for it. But yeah, we'll see how it ends up going. XM, waiting in the wings.
Got the setup here with the spear. It's a very dead Insania, and no fight to be had from Liquid in response to that.
Not much going on from Liquid.
Not a lot. Not a lot at all.
I mean, they're farming still. It's still pretty even in terms of that farm, of course.
Yeah, but Ame's just getting further and further ahead. You know, now he's over 2k ahead of Mickey's farm.
And Mickey's not gonna. Yeah,
I don't know if this Wind Ranger can carry this.
Yep. It's gonna be the test.
It really is.
Who else has actually played the Wind Ranger in the carry? I know we saw, I believe, Lornoff played in the mid lane, and it was pretty horrific that game. Not gonna lie, they were just tied 100. But she's gonna check to see how many more we had.
He's having a great time.
He's chilling.
He is having a great time.
Oh, that was the only Wind Ranger pick. It was Lornoff. Yeah, if I'm seeing that correctly.
And perhaps, you know, Xtreme, they will be able to demonstrate why they do still go for like this second pick Medusa.
Hook shot.
And it works out for them.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Find a PYW, but it's not one of the big ones they want. Sure, it slows down the Hex at least, and
they should be able to.
They'll probably be let to do this. I don't know if Xtreme's going to care / bother to bring like Arme over. I feel they're going to be more than happy just to get some efficiency out of the map, let Liquid have this Aegis and be like, you know what, you can have this. You could try and push high ground. We're going to be ready for you.
Yeah, I mean, Arme's just continuing to just farm at an insane pace.
Yep.
15k now over the Wind Ranger. I imagine Liquid's going to they're going to accelerate tempo.
They have to.
Kind of it, yeah.
They have to. This Medusa is going to be a problem.
XM's got Conda. He can start getting these solo pickoffs. If Boxy's not careful, he could just get popped.
And the high ground is not easy, right, for Liquid, because they have some of the arena players, great team fight, toss back, stone gaze.
Does he have him?
In a bad position.
It's so close, it's not quite there. He might get counter ganked now off of that.
He's got the haste ring.
Coil, hookshot.
All right, Coil and hookshot are there to close the gap. He's gonna try and get through the cogs, but indeed they'll find him.
Ooh, punished for this attempt. Boxy, I believe he just had finished. He just got drums off the courier, literally as the move happened. And I think Gossamer Cape maybe dodged an attack as well, too.
Can they do anything with it, though? They've killed off Xtreme.
They used a lot.
Yeah, there's what, 3 of the big ults?
3 of the big ults. They're going to try to poke the tower here.
They're going to turn up for a bit of a defense. XXX.
Spear.
Gets the spear set up.
The chain stun.
They get it with the follow-up as well. They got the fear as well.
He's buffed up.
He's able to get just far enough away to stay safe for now. Mikebe has to put the BKB. He's terrified.
That was an interesting BKB. I guess he was just very scared of Burstos coming up. Okay.
I think maybe worried about another follow-up blink from like XXS to get another spear or
I guess so. Pretty early usage from it. 80 seconds. Not going to be able to play aggressive without that Wind Ranger BKB, at least on him.
And XM's back up.
He is.
And Arme, yeah, he's going to have the gold for the Kai's Sands to be finished.
It was a big pickoff, though. Getting a Roshan, getting XM, that puts him into a nice, comfortable spot. But it's still, it's going to be that question of, I guess, 2 different questions. Can Medusa, in a way, almost solo carry if they do start falling off on the Tiny? And can Wind Ranger and Pango deal with the Medusa? I think they can. I think it depends on how much more farmed. And I honestly, I think if he doesn't get BKB, he's not going to even attack in the fight. But
all right, we'll see. Because as you say, it's almost certainly he's not going to change what he's got queued up for sure. I'm sure he does go indeed for this Aghanims next.
Probably. Yeah.
Then maybe after that we'll consider BKB.
I mean, we'll see, because he hasn't had to deal with the occasion that it happens yet, though. I think the moment that it happens, that's when you see so many players just immediately queue up that BKB.
I guess if this ends up being a game where XG lose, with Arme having like a BKB half built and queued up in the back, that would be when you're kind of like, well, I hate to say I told you so.
I mean, well,
if that happens.
We absolutely will have to see. Yeah. Boxy, this time, they will be able to find him. And I think that is that actually PYW's Hex?
He's close, right?
I think he does have it. I think they're going to smoke immediately off of that one. So 25-minute Hex on the 4-position Willow. That's got to be a first time.
So, yeah, something about these...
Saberlight.
All right. He's going to be able to get the roll up.
He's okay because...
Yeah, they won't be able to chase him. Same time, the Liquid won't be able to fight this.
Oh, just TP out. If Nisha doesn't scout this Hex, it's going to probably get him one the first time, the first usage of it.
Sure. And I feel like in the team fights as well, it's probably even higher priority for PYW just to Hex El Saberlito, right? Because that's the hero that's going to cause the most issues for Arme.
Yeah, I understand. Any of the 3 cores would be fantastic if he's able to get them pre-BKB or pre-roll-up or, any of those pre-abilities in particular.
Radiant are scanning.
Level 18's been hit for Mikke, so he has hit his big timing as well, too. The attacks per second is now up to 11.
Yep.
When you actually start doing something with World and when team fights. XM.
And they've got the setup. And there'll be no saving Insania.
Nice catch.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, this is going to be an exciting one. I feel like we are building up to this really cool later stage that it's really just going to be up to execution who's going to be able to bring that one down, because they're both just getting very farmed.
Yeah.
Both sides are getting farmed. And you can never scoff at these 4 positions, too, how much they can do. We've mentioned PYW a lot. We have to mention Boxy. He is going to start building toward damage at some point as well.
I don't know, this Medusa.
It's just super farmed.
I think I believe in Arme.
You believe in Arme?
Yeah.
All right.
You know, there's a reason why this team gets the Medusa pick early, and I feel it's like for games like this. Now, the Liquid's had the chance to kind of pick and play against it, but so far,
Liquid's got it.
I don't know if Liquid's done enough against it.
Liquid's got a movement that they're going to try here. They still have 35 seconds on the Aegis.
Let's see. Getting Arme here would be the dream for Liquid.
I mean, if they do get him once, it is quite
Dire
a
are
significant...
They can really start snowballing down the lanes against XG if they kill off Arme.
Oh, they look like they know where he is.
There's the Rolling Thunder.
They're on him.
The opening. Hook shot as well.
Getting
Gonna
control.
Get the chance to escape
Stone
this.
Gaze.
The Stone Gaze hits off successfully. Backup comes in with the arena. Arme starting to fall very low on the mana. He's going to try standing his ground for now, jumping for Tianming. Arme surviving through this, but they've lost Tianming. Arme still trying to fight back.
He's getting
Bring
low.
Boxy low. And he's now completely out of mana. XM jumps in with the avalanche, though, gives the coverage for Arme to be able to turn.
He's still
Look
alive.
towards El Sablito, the shield crash, giving him enough protection to survive here on the Pango. Arme pushed back under the tower.
He's still alive.
They're trying to dive in for him. They should be able to finish him off. They'll get the kill.
But Mickey goes down at the end of it. XM gets a cleanup.
And the buybacks come in as well from PYW.
Nisha.
XM's cleaned up a double. Nisha should be able to play his way out of this. The question is if he wants to stick around and try and find
He's got
a kill.
PYW.
Oh, he stripped him up.
Oh, Spear a bit off the mark.
And he's out with the blink.
He does.
They know where he is, though.
Can
They
he
know
play
he's
it
in the
in?
trees. He's got another orb.
He coils them.
But XM was
XM's
ready
there.
with the toss there. Beautiful jump from XM. Knew exactly where he'd end up.
What
And
a crazy. And oh,
Boxy's gone as well by the looks of it.
Defrenda.
He's come back into the action. They were all very, very low. Can he get any of them? Tianming, he's out of range. Boxy's not going to be able to shoot him down. The God's rebukes there.
XM.
As at the end of it all, XG will take the fight.
Medusa ends up not really doing much damage because she was completely controlled, but the rest of them were able to do quite a lot. XM in particular.
I mean, he's close on the numbers there.
It is.
On the recap, a slight bit of a gold boost for Liquid, but I just feel like in the way that the fight ended up, and the fact that I feel like Liquid need to be getting ahead rather than kind of taking even trades, XG's probably comfortable with this.
Yeah, I mean, XXS did such a good job here using the bulwark. He stood on top of Ame. I don't even, you can't ever really add up how many hits he absorbed, but I want to say he absorbed an insane amount of damage. Just put that bulwark up, took the hits from all that whirlwind that wasn't hitting Ame, and Ame survives a very long time when he gets first initiated on.
Yeah, one thing for sure, obviously with this build, as we're seeing from Ame, a lot of survivability, but obviously the damage output isn't that terrifying,
there,
right?
yeah.
He's kind of tickling them for the most part, once he survives throughout it all.
But goodness, the tankiness is absurd with the Kaya Sanj.
Yeah. And XM able to bring in the damage at the end.
Yep.
And Nisha, as best as he tried to play his way out of this,
The Hex.
you mentioned the Hex catching him off, and then just not able to jump away at the very end. XM in full position, ready for this orb to come straight up, and knew where he was going to go to get the instant toss.
XM's playing incredibly well this game. 8-2-2 so far on this Tiny. You can see Insanity is like, man, we got the jump on the Medusa too. We weren't able to finish him off because of how fast they were. Right, in the triangle.
They're going to be forced into a fight here, Liquid, but one that doesn't look too bad for them. They've taken out Tianming.
Mickey is doing a lot right now.
He's trying to go in on the two of them. He's got to be careful. The BKB wears off. He's caught in the arena. Look at that damage. He's dying to the wall of the arena nearly. The toss is going to get him. XM will get the kill. He's going to try for the TP out, but the dead shot from Boxy comes through. But to stop to his escape, Liquid will manage to take out the Tiny this time. Nisha to get the kill and end the kill streak.
They lose 4 for that kill. Mickey, oh my, did you see that damage?
Yeah, he just got burst. Massive.
Was it amp damage? Right? I think it was amp damage from XM. I was like, that
Was that with the toss of the Kanda?
Yeah, the Kondo tree throw or whatever did like over 1,000 damage, it felt like. Good connection, at least that they get Mickey, but yeah, losing 4 for that is a bit painful. As you said, teamfight execution is going to be the thing to look at.
Okay. I mean, they're keeping it close, Liquid.
They are. This game is going to be very exciting.
They've got to keep this up, though. The next big timing, that's going to be the real terror, I feel. If Arme's able to get the MKB, then, you know, in these fights where it's taking so long to bring him down, he will be doing the damage. That's going to cause issues for Liquid fighting underneath this Medusa. So this MKB timing, that's something that Liquid really have to have in mind.
It's so cool that he's just going for this, like, I mean, defensive slash, whatever you want to call it, kind of build on Ame rather than just going for this BKB. It's very interesting. Saberlight.
He's got to get out. Or maybe turn towards XXS.
He's got to stop the combo, at least for a second.
It's kind of a risky spot for these two to be in. El Sablito goes for the TP out, will make it away.
Close, almost gets caught in that Stone Gaze.
Yeah, and Arme trying to get in position to stop him. Didn't quite proc in time.
Sania does go down. Takes them some time to kill him though, so they will get some good farm on the map.
I mean, Liquid, they've got to keep it clean. And his sort of sloppiness is going to get punished in the long run by Arme.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bloodlust nearly done for Mickey, so big step up in the damage output for him.
And he got 20 talents, so more damage on the Whirlwind, even though it's a
Well, they could try for Roche, XG. I guess they don't have Stone Gaze.
There's no clock to scout. They could definitely look to start or catch the fight before the clockwork is up.
Looks to be the call. I mean, they're smoking up. They're considering it. Do we want to go in the pit or do we want to look for the fight?
See if they find Saberlight at the start of the fights, it might be probably. I mean, any of the cores, if they can find them, is going to be the ideal for XG because they have such good initiation. Let's see who they do end up finding.
XM's got a huge amount of burst. The smoke's going to dispel. He's in. Well, they're going to find Boxy. I think Instantly have to bail on that.
They're TPing in. Mickey is considering running in.
With Boxy gone, it doesn't look like an appealing decision.
No. Can't stop the push. He's rocketing Roche ready to scout it. Liquid claiming high ground position. They're going to smoke. Look for an engagement. Where's the friend at? Okay, it's right where he died. So he will be able to return quickly, and they will be able to continuously scout Roche. XG.
It's not an easy jump for Liquid to make, but they've got to try it. Yeah, 20 seconds, still no Boxy. Might be a bit too long.
I don't know if they want to give this one up for free. They have good ways to fight around the pit with Saberlight.
And they're able to scare XG a little bit with the rocket flares. So further time being bought for Liquid to be able to bring together the full 5-man.
XM with the Shadow Blade. This could give him the angle to look for just popping one of these cores. It does mean he has no buyback, though. Can be a bit of a risky play around this. Nisha has also done similar. Nisha's gone for the full Lincolns to protect him versus that Hex in particular. Neither of these mids having buyback for this upcoming fight. Counter smoke again.
Ame's heading forward. Just trying to get some information here. And maybe baiting them a little bit, splitting up the Manta.
Ooh, that's a big rune. There's an amp damage top.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this on either on XM or on Mickey could be absolutely massive. They're going to scout it out. Does Nisha want to pass over bottle? Or is he going to keep it for himself? He's going to keep it for himself.
Okay. Oh yeah, I would have maybe liked to see it on Mickey.
Yeah. He is. I mean, Nisha is going to do a lot of damage in the fight too. But
XM's going to go in the jump. They're going to try and burst through Mickey. They get the wall fall up as well. Can they finish off the jump? They can.
Do.
That's him gone, and he's out without buyback, so he will not be returning into this fight. Saberlight goes in with Rolling Thunder, but XG, they can back off and kind of reset and look to get back in on this, I think.
They'll lose one. XM. He's got BKB.
I mean, Ame's trying to step up into the fight. They've managed to kind of sort of catch Boxy off and the rest of them. XM puts the BKB, starts to back off. Boxy, he's gone. XM able to walk away with the remainder of the BKB.
Beautiful jump. That's exactly how you want it to go. Don't let him get anything off. 100 to 0 before he even gets a BKB off.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Ame,
Goes to MKB.
pretty much going to be that timing. MKB's coming out. I think the Medusa problem continues.
And now there's also a refresher on XXS, so the team fight is getting easier and easier on the initiation too. Now Blink on the Willow. So they have, what, 3 different ways to blink and control the Wind Ranger before she can get anything off. Mickey's got to be careful how he shows himself. They have to just have Saberlight probably just suicide roll in to just give the space to the Wind Ranger to go in.
Yeah.
But he got caught off guard. That was just a good movement there from XG.
Yeah, might be 19 to 19 on the kills, and only like a 1k gold lead for Xtreme, but it feels like just such a harder game for Liquid at this point.
Yeah. Now that he's got the MKB for Mickey to run in, just feels very complicated for him to dish out the damage. But initiations, still very key, because that was pretty much the most perfect initiation that XG could go. But Ame's definitely this big issue, and they don't really want to initiate on him. And he keeps doing this. I think this is the 3rd time I've seen him do this, or 4th time
Keep him with one of the Manta.
Yeah, he's making it like bait them. It's like, yeah, these are illusions, right? Aha. Starting to bring this Roche down.
I mean, XG's want to.
They're
going to want to say something about this.
And they've got double Areno, and
they know that people are going to be behind the trees.
Hook
The hook
shot
shot is there. Straight over towards the backlines. The BKB comes out straight away from both XM and XXS. Ame in position. They take
Big
down
damage.
Xtreme immediately. Saberlight looking over towards Tianming, controlling the Marsty, but Tianming still alive. Finally goes down with Dream Cold for Nisha. Comes into play.
Fear.
There'll be a buyback from Instantly. The arena's down. They've got the control on.
They got Mickey.
They're trying to bring the damage from the Medusa to take Saberlight down. They've got it. Ame able to finish up the kill. Another buyback's coming to play from Liquid, but this time once more, Mickey's out. No chance for a buyback from him.
PYW just clutched this fight so beautifully. He full controlled Mickey 100-0. He didn't get BKB again off.
He's just trying to fight into this. They're still looking towards Arme, but Arme, he's full HP, he's full mana. They can't fight into this Medusa right now. Boxy, lucky to be able to break the distance between him and the Medusa. Nisha's managed to pick off the backlines, get PYW, but tackling this Medusa...
She's hit 25.
They
She's
can't
got the
do it.
modifiers now, too.
They have to back away from Arme. It doesn't matter that kind of 3 of his teammates are gone. Arme just kind of literally untouchable.
Does feel like Mickey just didn't get BKB off. He got Curse Crowned, got hexed during it, so when he popped out of the hex, got instantly Curse Crowned right afterwards. It was literally perfect control. And you look at, if you bring up that death summary, you can see it was literally PYW exactly. He got a Terrorize, then he got the hex, then he got the Curse Crown. It was literally perfect connection to just allow Mickey to do pretty much nothing in that team fight.
And Arme's just kind of starting the rush on his own. Again, you know, Liquid, they have the numbers around him. They can't do anything.
But without the Wind Ranger, she's coming back up in 8 seconds.
I mean, they've got backup for Arme. Nisha's going to try and jump over to the side. Got the hook shot and the Rolling Thunder coming in.
No BKB for the Mars.
Arme's in and the arena's there as they're able to lock down Insania against the wall. They've managed to kill off Tianming.
Mickey's back. This could start to get dangerous.
Maybe with the Wind Ranger around, they could tackle Arme.
They're going to have to buy back on Marcy. Xtrem's back too.
Arme. And they're going to get in on top of him. They're trying to focus the Medusa.
Do they have the damage? Mickey's in trouble.
And Xtrem's in with a burst, jumps in, and immediately Mickey's dead again.
He hasn't gotten BKB off in 3 fights.
Did he get a press it then?
Again, he didn't get it off.
Oh, he could have pressed it that time.
Oh man, Xtreme.
Oh.
They just keep finding Mickey. To that Roche. Ame showing, I'm not afraid of 5 heroes.
They can't kill him. They can't kill Arme. They're having a great time here on XG. I think they know. It's just like, Liquid, you could keep running at us trying to do this, but you know, we asked the question earlier whether the Wind Ranger carry could do it this game.
It's just not
looking good.
No, and it's just not been doing. I mean, he just hasn't gotten BKB up literally 3 times in a row. They get the initiation on him in 2 of the fights.
Look at that.
But then that one,
he did 477 damage. Arme did 8,600.
Yep. Oh goodness.
That's not what you want to see in the carry matchup if you're Liquid.
No, Nisha's like, okay, I guess I got to carry from the puck now.
And this Wind Ranger, it was last pick, right?
It was.
This was last pick against what, second pick carry.
He's got to find a better angle to be able to go for these type of plays, but it just feels difficult now running into Ame. Ame just hasn't gone for BKB. He didn't need to.
Didn't need to.
Very cool.
He is completely cruising now. He is chilling.
Very cool to see. Now full butter.
Yeah, they can't kill him.
And now
it's cannot kill him.
Complicated for Mickey to itemize because he's like, I need more survivability, but now I don't have damage either because now there's going to be that butter, so he probably needs MKB, but he's got Ags queued.
It's absolutely one of those games where it really is going to just take a massive mistake from Arme for XG to lose this one, it feels like.
Really
or for somehow Liquid to find a way to end the game whilst ignoring the Medusa.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the other kind.
You know what I mean? They kill everyone else, try and split push rat whilst Arme can't cover all lanes. That seems their best effort right now because tackling him head on is not going to happen.
At least not with the Wind Ranger. Maybe the other heroes eventually can become that solution, but it's just not looking like it too with how Xtreme is playing. He's level 25 on this Tiny too. El Saberlighto will survive. Only just. This is going to be a true test to see how they can deal with even bringing him down once now. Yeah, next time's Tiny. Maybe we will start to see more of it.
Yeah, he's played these last fights fantastic.
Yeah, he's been perfect. Lane, sure, there's a bit back and forth, but yeah, these last few pickoffs that he's been able to get, been absolutely beautiful. He's silver edged up. They're throwing the buffs onto him also while he's TPing.
Oh, they might get a catch here.
Foxy.
He's going to get the jump onto Nisha. They're going to look for the big kill, but Nisha's able to get the orb off in time.
He's tricky. He's still a hard kill with that Lincoln's.
They need that just
PYW.
Yeah, extra bit more catch or house in position to get him. Arme could just farm wherever.
Yeah, look where he's standing. Doesn't care. And again, look how he plays with the illusions. I think it's every time. He just kind of like sends him right. This time he switched it. He's gonna be able to cut the 2 waves, send one top, send one to the mid lane. Saberlight. It's under a ward. He wanted to go try to steal that Wisdom rune, but good on him to check that high ground.
Is under attack.
Did they have 2 gems? I think they did, right? Yeah, they do have 2 gems. So there's the one that they took from Tianming in the last fight. Ooh, an illusion.
Oh, that's always the dream on these carries, isn't it? More gold for Arme, pushing out these waves.
Sanya has Aghanims queued up. He's actually very close to it as well, too. See if he does commit for it.
I think he might. It's getting to the point, I think, for Liquid where it's just kind of try whatever you want.
Yeah,
the initial
get to some random stuff.
Whatever the initial plan was against the Army Medusa this game in terms of strategy and play style, it's failed. So now it's just kind of try whatever you can.
It's like, okay, well, Wind Ranger's not really working. So, okay, Clockwork, Boxy, Muerta. Okay, you other 4 are going to have to be the answers. Good luck. And Nisha's still very farmed. He has hit 25. It's just like him versus that Medusa matchup. And the fact that they do have so much control for him, as we've seen now, with that Hex. UIW, I'm just watching him every time with these blink hexes. Big damage.
Okay.
Put to half HP instantly. He even took Havoc Hammer. I think just because he wanted to be tanky. You don't really see that too much on something like a Wind Ranger.
He's already used the roll-up, so he's not got a further way to protect himself really here. It's got the shield crash off, but no, he's dead.
That's their gem returned.
And that's no buyback on him. 2 minutes, no Pango.
Nice refresher there from XXS. Aesthetic cap won't save you this time, Mr. Saberlighto. Now Ame.
He's got to be careful. He's not going to be able to slide out of that one. He nearly gets caught by XM's combo.
XM, Nisha has Ag's coil. Or sorry, he has 25 coil.
XM's taking a lot of damage from this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But even so, they can't commit to finish him off because Ame's standing by him. Of course, he does have the Aegis as well, so they don't want to go too crazy at taking him down, XM.
Nisha trying to cut the wave.
And Ame's just taking your base.
There's 2 more creeps as well coming in.
That's the mid-rank's gone.
No way to contest him. He's going to keep going.
Yeah. He might even be able to just A-click down the mid and hit the tier 4s and the H. That's how farmed he is.
Nisha.
He's just kind of ending the game solo here, Ame. Here was the jump in. XM's got the combo. That's going to be insane here. He's getting away with the jetpack. He'll actually survive. No one XXS. Jumps in, finishes him off in the tree line.
Hex.
The route into Hex. They've picked up in Nisha. Yeah, he's out as well. Sania's not got any buyback. I mean, this top Rax has got, I think it's certainly looking like for Liquid, this one's back to the drawing board on how they want to approach these sort of drafts against XG when they go for the second pick Medusa, because Ame, he got to do everything he wanted to this game. Even though, El Saberlighto gave him the great showing in the lane, right? 7-minute diffusal against him.
The game slowed down a lot, right?
It really
just felt
did.
like XG got to slow it down, got to play for Ame.
Yeah.
And honestly, the build, I was maybe expecting BKB, but this Kaya Sanj actually does just better.
He just doesn't die. Because there's so much survivability.
Yeah.
If you kind of work the numbers on it.
You just don't lose much mana.
No.
Mana loss reduction is pretty crazy on it.
It's massive for the kind of effective HP.
And the jump in particular in the mid lane, I think was the biggest one for me when they caught Mickey 100-0. And then like 3 fights in a row afterwards too, just him unable to get BKB off, unable to contribute anything.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for Mickey.
Yep.
You know, he had the space, he had the farm early on, but the sort of impact in the fights has not been there.
And it's, like you said, maybe back to that drawing board for Wind Ranger in particular, as a core hero, or as a hero in particular now. 2 times now.
Oh, one more chance here. Now get the jump in with the silence onto the 2 of them. Dream Coil as well. They'll immediately break it.
Saberlight.
And be able to head forward and finish off PYW, but PYW once again has the buyback available, so he's straight back over towards it to kind of turn the action. They're looking
pretty good connection.
But he gets the BKB and the arena off. Can they threaten Ame? Ame in the midst of it all. Mickey puts the BKB, the fear catches him as it comes to an end. He's dead again, no buyback. El Saberlighto is out. Nisha's gone. It's over. GG is called. Xtreme Gaming, with their second pick, Medusa drafts, is looking as hot as ever. Fogged, it works out, and Liquid, as much as they try, they just didn't have the answer for it.
No, it runs him down, and the Morph's just playing on back foot. And that tends to be the case a lot of times with the Morph. It just takes too long to get online, and you just lose too much of the map. It tends to be this like 4 protect 1. So I think that might be one of the reasons, but you can definitely see why he wanted to play this game. Playing versus the Clock, playing versus the Mars, being able to play around these arenas, playing around these cogs.
Should get a first blood here. Who's going to be the one to drop? They've got the Power Strike and the Shadow Realm hit ready, and that'll do it.
Well, might
gets
lose
the first
one more,
blood.
though. Foxy.
Yeah, Jax,
We'll go
I get it.
Alright, so first blood for Liquid, but for Xtreme Gaming, Ame's the carry. He gets a kill.
And Saberlight's at 100 HP, so he'll have to buy or bring some type of extra regen for himself. And Ame might just be able to zone
Saberlight
him
might miss
out.
the first wave then,
Yeah.
or
How much
at least a
regen?
decent bit of it.
How much regen does he bring? I mean, he only has the tangos that are saved, so they might just play up on the lane right now and just not let Saberlight walk up. This is actually pretty dangerous here for the Sankey. Foxy gets the kill, but painful for Saberlight. He still might die. Dying Light.
He's burning.
Headshot. It's
Radiant's
close.
courier has been killed.
Either way, getting bullied back massively from what there's going to be 2 waves.
Yeah, 2 full waves. And Ame, he's done this again. I saw him do it at TI as well, where he doesn't go for the Ofrenda anymore. He did it a couple games months ago, but he likes to just play with Dance of the Dead. He likes to just play more for like this fighting style than getting just benefit of attack speed from Ofrenda, which is quite interesting because I think every other carry player, if I'm not mistaken, takes the Ofrenda.
Yeah, it can be pretty crazy getting to come back in with a little bit of your ultimate, essentially, right around that.
Especially versus Morphley, right? Like, because it's literally like the carry versus carry matchup that he was looking at. But yeah, it's interesting to point out. We also saw Boxy, like right last game, he went for the Ofrenda, even though we do see the sports go for the Dance of the Dead. So it's just player dependent in a lot of situations.
Let's see this bottom lane. I mean, how should this go for Mikhails? This is a...
It should be pretty free for him.
Easy enough one to farm as a
Oh
bot.
yeah, this is a very free lane. The top, we will absolutely see Saberlight at pretty much none. He just got put so low after that level 1. It's like when you go to lane with 100 HP, and it almost is like, maybe I should have just died.
Yeah,
So
they have fixed the situation, but they got tangos out. They did get a salve out. I imagine he's already popped that and that got interrupted, or they've just worked for his HP again, but this is
Courier.
Dire's courier
Hey, Boxy.
killed.
Should be okay with it too. But yeah, Ame, he's going to have a very, very good start up here. Same thing for the Morph as we were talking about, but this is a lane that they probably wanted to be able to put a bit of pressure since they're playing versus a Phoenix in lane who usually is the best lane secure. It's just not going to happen probably. Unless they start getting better lane positioning or they get some type of sneaky kill onto Tianming. This is going to be a slower start here for Saberlight and a slower way to slow down Ame, where he had a very good game last game, and he was slowed down last game.
Saberlight's just got to be so careful.
Yeah, it's like any little misstep and you could just get pulled back.
They'll get the D ward, I think. Yeah, they'll be able to set the sentry out first.
Boxy. Is that 2 HP?
He's lucky to live, but again, the living is kind of what's hurting Liquid the most on this lane.
Yeah, maybe honestly. Dying might just
dying
be
and resetting the lane.
Boxy's got a salve, so he'll be able to come right back to full HP, but Saberlight's still sitting at like 300 HP.
It's costing them money that they don't have.
Yeah, this is a brutal start for this top lane. Bottom, we're seeing not similar, but something is happening. You know, XX is getting slowed down a little bit, but yeah, this is a miserable start here for that top lane for Liquid.
Well, yeah, he's just popped a salve and returns the lane, but Boxy, he's low HP once again.
It's time to start cutting creep waves.
Yeah, they've got to
Don't
do
play
something.
the lane. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a disaster up there. And XXS, he's always going to get something. Yes, he's going to lose this lane, but he will be able to find something down here. And he's playing his Mars, so he'll be able to do a lot in the game no matter what, even if he has a bit of less net worth. While Sanking sometimes can be in a bit of a struggle if it starts this slow. Yeah, he'll be able to farm him jungle, be able to do some jungle camps at some point, but don't know if you want to just give a Muerta full free farm either. Which is just going to be the case now because of that. In mid lane, I didn't really want to talk about this so much because I think we've seen this so many times.
It's the Spirits again.
It's the Spirits. Someone wins a lane, Earth Spirit does his thing. And we will have to talk about Earth Spirit, though, because there's some cool builds, and I'm glad they mentioned on the panel, too. I've seen a couple of these games when he is playing versus... It is Muerta support in some of those games, but the Muerta tries to get into the fight, and just the, 11 different magnetized refreshes just take him out as he's trying to come in. So it's a difficult matchup on that front, and Earth Spirit builds Blade Mail, which is one of the best things versus Muerta. We have Nisha, though. He will be.
Getting bullied back from the wave and the power rune, though. XM's going to be able to grab that.
They're getting good blocks on my top.
Rune, sorry. I mean, Insania's looking to sort of set up around here. I mean, they've got already quite a bit of focus hovering around this mid lane.
Yeah.
Maybe see if they can try and make a pre-level 6 play.
An attempt at a boot under the tower. We've seen a couple teams do it. Not too often, though. Clockwork in the area, too, though. PYW could counteract things. Nisha taking big damage.
And with the Remnant, should have this, or maybe not. Actually.
He got him!
They'll get him. But
XM, what a beast.
He might even be able to walk away from this. He's got backup at PYW, they've got the cogs down and the battery assault. They're going to be able to get both of them.
Oh, XM, he's playing so well today. He was just pushing it onto Nisha. Nisha actually, bit of a miss, but I think he rolled into XM trying to go for a play, and XM just was like, okay, I'll just stand my ground. Very nice play from
nearly get the brambles on him. That TP out was just in time.
And that bottom lane XXS, he is being left alone, but he is still finding something in the lane while Saberlight just continues to get slowed down. A phenomenal start again for the side of XG. And XM now can maybe perhaps start moving. XXS bottom will go down. But they could look to make a rotation with this Storm down here.
Top, they're trying to fight. And we'll get the kill.
Saberlight did take out. He will. The bottom, here comes XM.
The rotation coming in.
Let's just go for the easy kill. All right. He's got his Phoenix respawning, so he can get his bottle refilled if he'd like to bottom. He'll just have XXS do it. That's the benefit of having that advantage for the Storm nice and early on, that he can make these easy rotations. Nisha can't quite respond yet. Once he's got the 6, he could look to make the counter rotations constantly. It does probably mean that XM is going to be able to get this 6-minute power rune without even having his supports really fully secure it, and it's a really good one. He gets a regen.
That's not for the likes of you.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Hot stuff
is
from
under
XM today.
attack.
Oh, sweet.
Won't be able to do anything aggressive though with the extra backup Nisha's got around this time. Awkward, making sure that Nisha doesn't suffer anymore.
He can start taking away some farm though. He can play pretty aggressive here. You'll also see the ward, I think, on the low ground with that sentry. I think his static, or his, static remnant saw it for a second there. Gonna play on bottom. I mean, if they catch Mickey with a spear, he's probably just dead.
It's a bit of a tricky one.
It is. It's not the easiest, but it's just that one little slip up if he can find the angle. Mickey's playing it careful though. You see he's sitting actually not that low. Sitting at 30 strength. Since XM is not showing himself, he is making sure that he is a bit safer. His farm is good. And overall throughout the game, we'll have to always mention, he's going to be Bloodlusted. So always have that extra benefit that's going to be power amping him versus the Muerta. It's been a difference maker in a lot of games that I've seen. Why we're seeing this Ogre picked up so often. Core-to-core matchup when it's just one of them has fire shield eventually from the shard, and just this Bloodlust does be problematic. Mickey trying to just poke X success.
Top lane, Saberlight has definitely been able to catch up a bit.
Some stacks.
Still at the bottom, but you know, they're not getting completely left out of the game.
No, and he's still, like, he's a hero that can, even though he is behind, he can provide tons of damage, right? If he does find an angle with Epi. Tianming actually going for a solo kill.
And he's going to get
him.
Yeah, that TPL's not going to work from El Saberlighto. Tianming, he'll die, but he'll take that anytime.
He's been, honestly, best 5 position in China for me lately. He's been playing super well. That was a very impressive play.
Radiant's middle
Minute
tower
power in.
is under attack.
Go to XM.
Him again.
He's getting quite a bit of his mana burnt.
That's a
XM's
good
going to
power
try and
rune.
look to use this as a chance to close in on him. As Nisha run down here by the 2 of them. They've been able to punish him a few times now in this mid.
XM is just playing, as I said, playing super well today, and they set up him getting the rune too, getting that momentum going. And XXS, he is getting good amount bottom. He's not having to go for jungle creeps or anything. They're not able to pressure him and push him out of lane. A Dream Star for Xtreme. Level 6 already picked up on both supports. That is very early. It's 8 minutes, 40 seconds, and they've got them both finished up. And these 2 supports deal pretty insane amount of damage inside of early team fights.
Yeah, they can make a lot of plays early on.
Yeah, this is a really good start for them. And they have good team fight in general with their lineup too, with that Phoenix, with the Mars. XM's just hitting the tower mid. Tianming waiting.
It's difficult to do much around this tier 1 because, as you said, that the potential of Xtreme with these ultimates.
Just so high level. Willow is almost 6. Boxy's very close to having it. He does now.
They want to try and dive for Nisha again. They're going to try for it now.
For it.
See if they can block off his escape. Dive
He's
forward.
down.
Can they block the roll? If they can't, Nisha's able to roll away successfully. And Instania cornered Supernova. He'll die. Boxy will find PYW in return. But the cleanup continues for XM as he gets the double.
Get stunned.
Just get caught by the burrow. He's got enough mana to zip back to his tier 1. The Magnetize will certainly bring him low, but it shouldn't quite kill him as XM will wait it out at the side of the fight. He'll live, only just. Really, thanks to that Tango regen that he had pumping.
Don't walk next to him too close. I was like, his teammates are running next to him. Could have been scary. Nisha almost out of stones. He'll get the bottle refill.
I mean, he's getting so many kills in this mid, XM, with these sort of plays.
And
Nisha stepping up.
He gets hit.
I mean, I guess he didn't expect them to be set up for him like that.
Oh,
but
look at XM. Is he going to go down?
Jump back in. XM, he's going to be able to get away from the Sandstorm in time. The Ignite will bring him low, but again, it won't quite kill him. XM just continues to survive throughout it all.
And look at Saberlight.
PYW They're trying to dive in for Saberlight. Will they get him? Not quite. Saberlight goes back in with the Burrow Strike. He'll live, get the kill. Now look towards PYW with the supports. Insania and Boxy trying to run him down, but the hook shot's up. He's back to safety.
XM just, again, I just keep feeling I'm saying XM over and over again in both games.
5-0-2.
He's playing, it's little plays that he's doing that are super nice too, like this little zip that he allows himself to get that catch onto Nisha and then just dodging a little bit of damage too. Strength tread toggling so he survives with 20 HP. Little clutch plays that he's been able to do beautifully. And he's gotten, I think, all the power runes so far, right? He got the regen, he got the shield, and he's gotten the arcane so far. They're setting him up for success.
We'll see Anisha just was not ready for them to jump him like that as he was stepping up towards the power room.
And look, like he bottles the rune on int and switches to strength treads before the stun comes. I think if he's on int treads there, when Saberlight stuns him, he dies. He's literally doing every little like micro perfect thing as possible. It's very impressive stuff he's doing. 10 galvanized stacks this early is beautiful. Mickey is still having a very good time though. He is getting a full free time down here as this Morphling. So a lane that he's not pressured, and I have seen a couple of times in these games where Morph struggled, it's because his lane was difficult. So see what that's gonna happen, what that's gonna make. Hook shot.
It's a pretty deep one here, but he's caught Insania and the backup's in from XM. Insania gets dealt with. Nisha's gonna roll in to try and find some kills in return. Dive forward from Tianming.
He's got egg again.
Supernova at the ready. And Boxy's trying to finish up PYW, but he's caught by the Vortex Boxy. Another kill for XM. PYW does end up going down, but XM, he's getting in, he's getting out, and he just continues to get these kills. 7-0-2. Nisha rolls in, but there's still mana at the ready. The Burrow Strike, he completely misses it!
Oh no,
I mean, we'll see if Nisha can redeem that for Saberlight. No, he can't. XM's got enough mana to get away.
Tip him.
Oh, that was a rough miss there from El Saberlight. He hits that Burrow Strike.
It's a kill.
It's a kill, and it's a massive kill as well.
It's what? It's a 7-0, and he's got 12 galvanized. Oof. A slip up. An opportunity to finally slow down this storm and just whiff the stun.
They missed it.
Yep. I checked too. I was like, oh wait, it's a level 1 stun, and he just was actually just, because sometimes that level 1 stun,
he had that easily.
It's also a level 3 stun. So
it's no excuses. I mean, it's not even close.
No, no excuses. El Saberlight.
Oh, still early days. There'll be time for him to redeem himself, El Saberlight, this game.
Sure.
Already has been in terms of recovery, a lot of stacks from him as well. He's getting back into the game, but these Burrow Strikes, they can't miss. They've got to catch this storm.
And he is getting back in terms of the game because of just farming neutrals, not because of killing heroes.
So you're saying it's on the supports. He's done some of the stacks himself, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, we have the stack counter on this?
He did. He did quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay, 6 stacks. Yeah. Nice spin done here, by the way.
They have a good in liquid fashion.
It's a lot. They had a lot of stacks. Yeah.
Even before they were the TI winners, they were crazy at stacking. Phoenix ult back up in 15 seconds. They're looking to pressure with XM and with Ame even turning up. Ame, we're talking about his farm also. He's having a very good time pretty much matching that Morphling's farm. And it's that matchup, of course, that core-to-core matchup that is the dream from Huerta. There's a ton of magic damage on the side of Liquid though. So this could probably, I know I said it last game too, the BKB game, but for Huerta this time, I feel like this is definitely a BKB game. You can't go Kaya Sanj on a Huerta, it's not no mana loss reduction benefits. So.
Top tower is under attack.
Stacks being formed on the side of XG also during this downtime. Yep. They've got the blink finished on XXS, and they've got that wombo combo team fight.
They did.
It's easier to execute than the side of Liquids because Saberlight doesn't have a blink. It's all Nisha if he has the vision.
And like Tianming already has been able to make some very early plays with the supernovas.
Stoning. They don't really have great ways to hit it. Pretty much exclusively the morph.
These big stacks should put Ame very close towards the Mjolnir.
And that's when that farm just starts to really fully snowball. And they're playing just protecting him. PYW playing in the spot that they can't look to gank him. Similar to the last game, net worth, it's close, but it does feel like Ame, again.
Oh, yeah, he carried pretty hard last game, right, on his Medusa. Mickey wasn't able to keep up. We'll see if Mickey's able to keep up this game in this matchup.
And this is a game where XM, I don't know if he rushes the shard. He might even wait quite a bit of time before going for it, because we've talked about this so much of the storms where they just want to rush it. He can go for the BKB. Doesn't want to die. Wants to keep the Galvanize. Liquid looking to get something here.
They need XM. They find XM.
Got the silence.
They get the silence. They surely have him here. The lockdown into the fear. This Burrow Strike's not missing.
Insania got the kill, though.
That's a little unfortunate.
It's a 7-kill streak, so probably don't want him to be grabbing that one. But either way, they do stop that momentum a bit here. Get Tianming.
He tries to get out, but the roll will catch him. He's still got a supernova if he wants to mess around with him, but he'll probably accept his fate.
You're just not good enough, Phoenix.
Radiant's middle tower.
Get something going there.
Yeah, it's the big one. They kill XM, finally putting an end to this storm.
Down to 9 Galvanize. Sure, Insania takes the last hit, but either way, very good smoke rotation. Perhaps gonna even find. I mean, Ame's in a very dangerous position. He is farming very far up.
Probably got PYW killed here as well.
I believe he did. Well, that was.
Radiant's bottom.
I guess he didn't expect the defensive ward, but a very aggressive place to be farming.
It's all par for the course, right? Last game, Ame, I think around a similar time, right, died in the mid.
Yeah,
randomly.
that's true.
This game, he dies in the jungle randomly.
You know, Ame does.
And then he wins the game. So,
Ame does have a couple of these.
He has one of those. Yeah, okay. Maybe he said give or take 2 of these deaths sometimes in the early game where it's like, oh.
Because
What
he
are
had
you
his
doing there, sir?
he had his
And-
ancients available as well too. Like the ancients were up, so just wanting to play an aggressive posture, he'll get punished for it. That's a big sequence. They literally just got what, 4 kills back to back to back on the side of Liquid here. Momentum now starting to shift their way. Mickey level 13 now after those. And Saberlight has Bloodstone, has Cloak. He's completely recovered. G, gonna look for a fight.
Full combo.
Yep, they want to still keep looking to make that space for Ame. What does Saberlight get? What neutral item? No Vampire Fangs.
Dire are
We'll
scanning.
just take a Bullwhip. I do like Bullwhip a lot now, though. It's a good item. He'll show himself.
Might just TP out. XM. Is he going to find him? Saberlight. He'll get the epicenter going.
Tianming.
He's able to get the supernova off. And with that said and done, I don't think there's much they can do to save
Foxy's
him.
here.
They're trying to bring the fight together, but the supernova will go off successfully. If they can keep El Saberlight so safe, they'll turn towards Tianming, catch him in the Cursed Crown. They make it work, Liquid. They bring the numbers.
He's starting to get too tanky for them to go for it. Just those 3 heroes. They might need to start bringing more. And he's going for a really nice build this game. The pipe afterwards. It's quite a bit, if not majority, like 90% magic damage on the side of Xtreme throughout almost all of this game. So this tankiness from Saberlight's going to start to be a big problem for them.
Might get another one here. Set it with a Bramble, Burrow Strike to follow, PYW is caught as well, Liquid.
That was Xtreme trying to make the move, and they get punished.
They get the spear spin up the top, they catch him before he's shifting, they don't have enough burst to kill him though. Okay, so they turn into the storm, use the vortex against him. XM is very low on the mana. The wave 4-4 comes in from Mickey, he's trying to dive the tier 2, the fear. It will snipe onto XM, Boxy able to finish the job with the Shadow Realm here.
Liquid is getting insane kills. That's 5 in a row. I believe they've been able to find 5 or 6, getting this momentum massively.
Yeah, Xtreme getting outplayed in a series of events, right?
And going one by one.
Catching the Storm top, catching Ame bottom, then Xtreme not being able to kill El Saberlight, and then XM now getting caught again under his tier 2 as they just can dive him as he tries to play aggressive, go for mid-K. It's not even close. They don't get anywhere close to being able to bring that morph down.
Yeah, now Saberlight's honestly massive. Yeah, probably the roughest start you could imagine. Oops, they lose their Eagle Song there. XXS was able to snipe,
but he might die for this XXS.
He's surrounded. He's juking because of the ward that he has.
It's a good juke. And that's actually going to do it. He's fine. Okay, the jukes are real.
That was pretty cool. And he'll get that courier, of course, too, to slow down the timing there from Mickey. But yes, I mean, Saberlight, literally the roughest game ever, and he's going to have a very good pipe timing that's going to make it very difficult for XG to bring him down. Success.
They're going to look for Boxy here. Hook shot in from PYW. As Boxy, he can't play his way out of this one.
At least we're not stuck in court.
Ame.
They found him.
They find him with a Burrow Strike. He is extremely dead.
Yeah. Till he's got BKB, he's a free kill if they get on top of him every single one of those occasions.
Liquid's getting the big kills these games. You know, they've killed XM twice in a row, basically. They killed Ame twice in a row. This time, they're able to make these moves, find the cores that matter.
and Nisha, both the heroes that were struggling in the game for the side of Liquid, are completely caught back up. Yeah. Nisha, he's got BKB Blade Mail, so he's going to have great ways to deal with the Muerta and all that magic damage that comes out, and they're even stealing Tormentor. This is looking hard for XG. After it was looking so good in that early game with the way that they got the early 6s on the 2 supports, the big kills on XM, things have been slowed down massively. XM does have a BKB finished up now, but things have slowed down so much that Liquid now can go for a Roche. They've got Pipe too, so even inside those team fights, it just actually might not have damage.
Ever since sort of El Saberlighter missed the Burrow Strike, the game's been on the up for Liquid, right? That's what it took. They're like, all right, guys, they hit their low there. They were like, oh, wait, we got to step it up, and they have. Since that as a team, and now El Saberlighter making the redemptions arc here, but like how fun and unkillable he is, it's working out. Liquid definitely doing it here, building the lead, getting the Roshan. And you can guarantee they're going to just continue running at Xtreme Gaming.
Absolutely. And they've got Max Bloodlust. He's got Fire Shield now in the Ogre too. So everybody's going to be Bloodlusted and Fire Shield in these upcoming team fights with a Pipe. So they're going to have good damage mitigation. XG, they're going to look for something here with their double B. Or I think this is almost a triple BKB timing. Ame is not there. And he doesn't have his BKB yet, but they're looking to play with 4. Looking to catch Boxy. He saw where the rocket came from. They'll just back away. I think Ame is probably making the call. Guys, wait, I'm 200 from BKB. If we want to take a fight, let me at least have that. Because if he shows up to a fight without BKB, he's just a free kill every time versus this lineup. And Mickey's Butterfly, it's almost there. So he's going to have that really nice timing, of course, versus Ame, who doesn't have true... Well, yes, Maelstrom proc True Strike, but limited ways to be able to full focus him.
Double damage.
Here we go. Do they smoke again? Now that they've got the BKB on the Muerta, they have those other 2 BKBs too. Liquid is running into them though. Neverlight.
Ame's gonna put the BKB. Straight away looking to try and tackle El Saberlighter. They get a hook shot in as well. El Saberlighter is attempting to get the epicenter off, but they've caught him and they'll kill him off.
But look at the Muerta, dead in a second.
So much damage. The Magnetize is really kicking in here. As the 2 of them are gone, they have to bail out now. Xtreme Gaming and Anisha. Gonna get another rock passing through. The Magnetize won't continue too much longer, so XG will get the rest away.
Oh, this was Bloodlusted Earth Spirit with Resonance as well. Oh my god, did you see his right clicks? He's beat the crap out of the Muerta on top of just that magic damage. That's actually kind of hype. He did 5,000 damage in that fight, and it was not just Magnetized. Saberlighter tips his buddy. Did end up going down. If he gets the epi off, he might actually
he nearly got it off. Yeah, the amount of sort of sustain that would have given him with the Bloodstone, it was close. And it still took a lot of resources for XG to bring El Saberlighter down.
It was almost the whole 9-second duration of the BKB, right? I think it was like 8 seconds or so for them to bring him down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Man, yeah, I want to see more Bloodlusted. I mean, I don't want to see... Earth Spirit's a fun hero to see, but I was doing it every single time, but I want to see more Bloodlusted. Absurd how much damage he's actually doing. Starting to feel those concerns. That was a triple BKB fight. I don't think they used all of them. I think they only ended up using 2 on the side of XG, but that's your triple BKB timing fight, and you lose your carry. Liquid now with a very aggressive posture, able to play inside the enemy triangle from the ward that they have. Well, his team sweeps for kills. Tiaming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get out. Looking like a no. Gonna try, but Saberlight's there.
I can just get outside of a team fight kills very easily, and even in a team fight, they'll take the trades. Liquid.
Absolutely.
Really good spot now.
Radiant are scanning.
Supports are big too. Both of them on the side of Liquid. They're getting very good levels. Level 13 on both of them. Liquid making the move down toward bottom. They seem to know, perhaps in where the area of Ame is. Okay.
I'll get PYW. And they'll at least give the information for Ame to get out.
Yeah. Mika even rocketed the Ancients. He scouted Ame. They knew that he was over here.
Ame's sticking around to finish these Ancients off.
Saberlight's got a blink in a second. Won't be able to go for the jump. Rocket the scout won't see anything, but they'll push this tower as well. Still 40 seconds on the Aegis. Mika getting closer to BKB too, which will counter a lot of that damage that is there from the side of XG and most of that Muerta as well. They might poke the high ground a little bit here with this last few seconds of the Aegis.
I think they'll certainly try. Over in the mid.
They get a catch.
And force the BKB out. As XXS has to pop it and walk off.
Back to poking. 26 seconds.
Now a lot harder for XXS to get the jump in.
Dire structures are fortified.
Fortification out.
Structures
Liquid, how much longer can they stick around for?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Looks like
attack.
DJ with the Aegis expiring.
They're playing smart. They're not giving much of anything to the side of XG in these last 10 minutes, it feels like. They've been having a very good control of everything. They're going to be able to get this Tormentor with a nice efficiency of that Aegis reclaim, so he's back up to full HP. And XM's game, just 2 deaths, right? But his game is just completely stopped. Feels like he can't make the aggressive moves anymore in this Storm until he's got an Aghanims, perhaps. Feels like they're going to start having to get some like multi-hero vortexes for Ame to start dishing out the damage. And even though we do talk about how Muerta sometimes does crazy damage, it is going to be very limited with the way that they've built. But hitting into Blade Mail is terrifying, playing into Pipe, playing into these Glimmers. It's problematic. So probably will be at the backup of, yeah, just having a Storm Axe and getting a multi-pull. Team fights just look very complicated now. And Liquid continues to grow.
They're ready with a jump in the mid.
Timing. Okay. Yeah, and the thing about the other thing about that Morph versus Muerta matchup, it can be a bit of both ways, right?
Sam.
He's got BKB, but doesn't want to use it.
Should be fine. They're going to try and hunt him down a little bit, but XM not taking any risks. Back to the high ground of the base.
Preventing him from getting any of that extra farm. He's got the Axe finished up.
I've got good wombo combo.
They do. They just have to. They have to connect, and it's not the easiest ones to connect versus this lineup, since they have ways to play around the arena. They have a waveform that can gut out. They have the Sanking Stun that can get out. And the Earth Spirit can. So multiple different ways that they can play around getting caught. Now find XXS.
Oh,
His BKB's still on
there.
Oh, his BKB's back.
And he's going to have to pop it to try and survive or get the arena out, but he's got Mika bringing in the damage. They get the jump over and the grab onto both of them.
BKB.
The BKBs are out. They'll look to XM. They'll put the Supernova off to the side here, successfully holding the ground in the area for XG. So Liquid, they'll bail out and back off.
Both teams resetting. How many BKBs were used? Almost all of them, if I'm not mistaken there. Ame still has it because he wasn't in the fight, of course. They find the Mars. Even if he throws down those ults, they used quite a lot there. They even got a 2-man pull and couldn't have the follow-up. Getting bigger and bigger. Shiva's now done also for Nisha.
These team fights are just so difficult for Xtreme.
And his Pipe, it's really good. You know, I think Panel also talked about how they wanted to hopefully try to see a Pipe on the side of XG. It's just, there's not really, I mean, now they have one, of course, on the clock, but it took some time for him to get it in comparison to that Sand King to prevent some of that damage. Both teams smoke on smoke, trying to take advantage of BKB cooldowns. Nisha.
There we go. Straight away, XM trying to start the fight, but he's caught in the stuns. They're completely stunning him. He's able to zip away just in time, but he has to get completely out of the fight.
Ame used both Pierce the Veil and BKB. It's wearing off.
I mean, they're trying to hook shot over towards Saberlight, but Saberlight just stands his ground, turns towards him, kills him off. Ame's gone, PYW's out. They just can't take the team fights right now, Xtreme. Liquid are too strong, and Saberlight, he might even find more. As he's looking for Tianming, Burrow strikes there. They're going to be able to get another. The team fights are just not a possibility here for Xtreme.
No. They're just, Liquid just able to reset. From the initial goes, they reset, wait until that BKB or Pierce the Veil or Mars ult finishes off, and then just re-go. I think Ame killed himself on Blade Mail in like 3 seconds, as they both just collapsed on top of him. XM?
Well, just a BKB. Just a stray silence comes in. And he has to BKB to just live.
Ooh. Just from a casual Geo grip,
yeah,
he has to
that's
BKB.
what it was.
That is grim. Liquid. Crisping things up this game. After a little bit of a rough start, after, what, I believe the, 15-ish or so, 15, 16-minute mark, they just absolutely started smashing the game with their timings. Yeah, it really was. Like, I mean, I'll give Saberlight good amount of credit after having literally probably one of the harder starts I've seen on a Sand King.
Yeah, and probably one of the worst burrow strikes we've seen. You know, it really, that's all it took, and then it's like, all right.
Why are you gonna call him out?
I mean, it's funny.
It was pretty
I
bad.
bet we should have got like the cam reaction from him. I bet it would have been pretty entertaining. But since that point, yeah, the game's been solid from him.
Yeah.
He's been hitting every single one.
I mean, since the smoke where
so
they caught XM right around that hard camp, and then they got the chain sequence kills on him and Ame afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
and
just been
now
all
he's just
liquid.
invincible. Right?
Yeah,
Pipe and
now
BKB.
Absolutely.
This Saberlight is just not going to die.
No, doesn't feel like it anymore. And yeah, just continuing to acquire quite a bit more items. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
Boxy, that's not a full hex, is it? No way, right?
No, he was saving up.
I don't think he has the full one yet, though. He has Tiara, if I saw right. Either way, itemizing to try probably get that hex eventually versus the Storm. They've got a good grasp in the game. XG, gotta look for a smoke.
They're gonna try.
Execution has to be pretty perfect. I think it has to be like a 4-man vortex or something like that for Ame to dish out the damage. Even then, it might not be enough. Let's see. Mickey just finished up a Conda, and he's got 20. And an Elven Tunic, so even more evasion. They're in a pretty good position here on the side of Liquid. Break the smoke.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Anisha got Paladin Sword, too. That lifesteal is going to be absurd. They're going to start the Roche, too. Mickey. He can just start hitting it, and he can be fully sustained. His team can stay outside. He can solo it. Begs the question to XG is, do you actually want to look for this fight, or do you just bail out? And just
You
bail out.
do it. It's maybe if she found someone on their own while she making the smoke move, but that wasn't to be the case. As Liquid hold their ground strong, get the Roshan, get the Aegis from Mickey.
And they set themselves up nicely in the fight. You see how they blanketed? They had Sand King on one side, Nisha on the other, because these are two heroes that you can't initiate it on. They'll probably
looking for the setup.
It's because they have the burst.
Do they have enough? Not quite, but it's very, very close.
Almost. My goodness, that would have been the gem, too. I think they just bought it not too long ago. Mickey is terrifying. Who is that? Insania with Midas just.
Hell yeah. I mean, you're on the
when
ogre
you're
rack.
this far ahead, whatever.
Now, I've been seeing all these ogres, and they're not buying the Midas, and it's incredibly disappointing for all the ogre magi enjoyers out there. But
this is the.
Sandy's found the chance to slip it into his build.
I mean, this is the we're super far ahead, and you know what? We're gonna giga scale if you do want to play the game a bit slower. It's still funny to see the 30-minute Midas on the ogre.
What do they got, XG?
Spear.
The setup onto Mickey. PYW's going in with the hook shot in on the back line. Think of the
3-man pull.
vortex. Is
No
there
follow-up.
any follow-up? No, there is not. PYW's dead. XM has to bail out, and now they're ready to chase them down. Liquid Nisha rolls in, finds XXS.
They can't do anything.
They just can't do it right now. They're too far behind. Liquid, they've got all the answers.
Ame almost dies just while he's in the back lines attacking the Sand King to the magic damage AoE. He had to pop BKB and Pierce the Veil to survive just because he's getting AoE from Magnetize and from the, I think from just the Sandstorm.
Yeah, they didn't have the answers last game, Liquid, but this game, they've got all the answers.
Yeah, and they make the Morphling look very good. 8-0-4, Mickey, a flawless performance from him. We'll get another jump, but a quick stun.
XM gets tripped up straight away, and he's gone. Beautiful burrow strike from El Saberlight.
He makes up for the complete whiff from earlier.
Yeah, he really has tenfold. It's been a great game from him. It's the tier 3 gone. Another set of barracks exposed.
I think 2-3 fights I've seen Ame ready. He gets hit from Magnetize and he gets ignited and he literally is just taking down.
Run. Yeah.
What? Well, come on. Oh, come on.
It was showing the highs and the lows. You know, there we go. That was the lows. Well, we didn't even show that. We should show him the good one as well. That was a good one that we just had there when he got tripped up. That's true. On the Storm.
Saberlight revving up the Yeppy. They're on Ame.
There we go. Another one from El Saberlight. He's in with a burrow strike. Double kill for him. He's ready to claim this victory. The mega creeps are out. XM. They get the vortex on both of them. The arena as well.
So
Spear, I
damaged.
mean, XM focusing El Stabilizer, but another burrow strike there straight over the walls to XXS. El Stabilizer getting solo, but he dodges the hook shot. He'll survive. Nisha rolls in. XM will zip back towards the base, but Mickey cleans him up, gets the double. This game, it's over.
On to the next kill, and on to the next game.
Yeah, well played to Liquid. A very impressive showing from them in this game too. After, what was it? Quite a rough game one, right?
Yeah, a bit of a, especially for Mickey.
Yeah.
A couple fights where he just doesn't even get BKB off.